Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. I'm Nick.
I'm Ian.
Today we're going to be talking about whether or not we think record prices have kind of leveled out and are getting a little bit better. There's a bunch of links down below. Make sure you go check those out. There's links for the Vinyl Den Facebook group, for our merch page, for the Spotify and Apple Music weekly playlist we put together, and also the Patreon page. Make sure you go check all that out. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give us the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we release new episodes. So we all know record prices have been crazy for the last, I don't know, two to 5 years. I will say that when I got back into collecting records, you could pick up a lot of brand new records for probably $18 to $22, and they've slowly crept up to like $30 to $35. And you know, it's something that we've talked about a lot about on this channel, and I think in social media in general, the crazy prices of records. But you know, kind of what I'm looking at now is like I'm starting to notice a trend in a lot of releases, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I do a new release video every Tuesday. So and I talk about the prices of those albums also. So, but what I'm starting to see is a leveling out of a lot of different prices for albums. So I guess, you know, the question, you know, are record prices getting better? It's probably a mixed bag. But
yeah, because I don't think they're going to go down necessarily.
No.
I mean, there'll be sales and things like that. And like we were talking before we start recording, I've noticed it online, you know, you don't really want to stop buying it at brick and mortar stores, but the online pricing tends to be better.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the overhead. So, you know, online sales or costs are lower on average anyway. But
and that's why I said I don't think we're going to see nothing's really gone down.
Right.
But it's more like leveled off. It wasn't like skyrocketing price like it had been.
Right. Because I want to say it was even pushing the $45 range on a lot of stuff.
For a lot of
it would
new
come
releases,
out new.
yeah.
And now I'm starting to see, like, you know, not necessarily just online, but when a new album comes out, there's usually like a early sale price, or like that first week or two it's on sale. So you are saving a little bit there.
Yeah. But the opposite side to that is, so we've seen, at least I've noticed somewhat of a leveling off of prices. It also seems like they're trying to, in a lot of instances, create a cheaper product also. I'm seeing like a lot of stuff I'm starting to see come out advertised on 140 to 160 gram, where a lot of stuff was 180 before. So a little bit of a cost savings there. A lot of stuff, you know, I'm seeing more and more albums come out on just a standard jacket instead of a gatefold.
Yeah.
A little bit more savings there. I know the Red Hot Chili Peppers albums, both their albums that came out this year, you know, the 20 plus different variants of each one of those albums, there was only one. There's a deluxe package that they sold for each one of those albums that had a gatefold. Everything else was just a standard jacket.
Right. I don't know if that really is necessarily a downfall, but if they're charging more for variants or colored vinyl, that kind of stuff I can understand. But you know, you don't want them cheapening it up either.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not bothered by not having a gatefold as long as the packaging is sturdy.
If I can pick one,
right,
I'm always going to pick the better packaging, the gatefold packaging.
The gatefold's typically a better packaging, but if it's not, as long as it's sturdy packaging, because I think we both have bought records that were just real flimsy packaging.
Oh yeah, the Jethro Tull Thick as a Brick anniversary release that just came out this year. It was packaged in, and it was the packaging that they put it in. It was a recreation of the original package, which was just a newspaper.
Right.
But the downside of that, it was a super flimsy jacket, and there was a lot of people that had warping issues and scratching issues with that release. So.
And I think that was, you know, if they're reproducing something that was packaged in 1972, it just can't work because of the modern packaging, modern shipping, that kind of stuff isn't very conducive. But yeah, I would much rather pay a little extra as long as the packaging is sturdy.
Yeah.
But, you know, $45 for a single disc.
Which I've seen.
We've seen.
I've seen a single album releases that are, you know, pushing $50.
Yeah. You know,
but I'm seeing fewer and fewer of those releases though.
Right. Well, I think what could be happening already, I don't know what the numbers are, but I could see sales dipping as a result of prices going up. and it's the system eating itself. You know, you want to make more money because you see there's a market, but you're going to kill the market by charging more.
The music industry is good at one thing, and that's hurting itself.
Exactly.
So.
I was going to say they're famous for doing that in the first place. So as long as there's some balance. I
think it's what it is. It's finding that balance.
Right.
Because, like I said, I've definitely seen, I would say, over the course of the past 2 years or so, I've definitely noticed more and more releases, especially over the last, I'd say, 6 to 10 months, that are more in that $25 range, where I was seeing them push $28 to $32 prior to that.
Right.
But what I guess I really am trying to get to is, yes, this is something I'm noticing here in our market. But what's going on in your guys' market out there? Are you guys noticing more of a leveling off? Do you think prices are getting better? Like I said, it's more than likely that, to be completely honest, yes, they are getting better, and yes, they are getting worse in a lot of instances.
And different brick and mortar stores are going to have different markups too. So, the store you go to might charge more than what our store does, and vice versa.
But even aside from that, just look at record store day pricing. Record store day pricing is going to be standard.
Right.
A store has to sell within a certain margin. They can't. One store can't charge $35 for a record store day release, and the store down the street sell for $45. They can't do that. They've got to be within a certain margin. So you're going to see really similar pricing on a lot of record store day releases. The record store day for this year, those releases that came out were a lot cheaper than what they were last year.
Last year, yeah. So
I guess we'll kind of leave it at that. Drop us a comment. Let us know what you guys think. Because like I said, this is something we're seeing here in Michigan, in Northern Ohio. These are the stores that I deal with on a pretty regular basis. I'm seeing stuff online. I know you do a lot of shopping online.
Yeah, most of my recent purchases have been online just because I don't really have the energy to go out.
And so it's definitely something I'm seeing here. So let us know what you guys are seeing in your area. Drop us a comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you give us the old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. That's all we got. Until next time.
Talk to y'all later.
Keep on spinning. Peace.